I got about a pound of octopus boiling right now. As you can see, nothing fancy. It's boiling in some chicken stock. Let it boil for about 20 minutes or so, and we'll take it out and cut it up. So right now I got my octopus. It's cooked, and right there ready to be cut up. Chop up some onion, some peppers, sweet peppers, yellow, orange, and red. A whole clove of garlic. So chop the rest of the garlic, the octopus up, and put it on the pot and get it all started. Right now we got some olive oil, put a tablespoon of butter, toss in my garlic, my onion, my diced up sweet peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cook down. I'll probably add a dash of hot sauce in there, so it can incorporate the flavor. If you ain't got this in your kitchen, you are wrong. This right here saves many recipes for you. This is, get this, if you don't have this, buy it. This is a must-have in your house. I also have some sun-dried tomatoes in here. Add a few of those in there. I was gonna use fresh tomatoes, but for some reason sun-dried tomatoes have more of a little bit of tomato flavor. I think it has more of a little kick than fresh tomatoes would, and it also prevents me from adding extra moisture into the pan that I don't need, because I'm gonna use the stock from the octopus to boil the rice in. So I don't want any extra moisture to ruin the rice, so I just put the dried up tomatoes in there. I'm gonna let this close up and cook up for a few more minutes, and then we'll be adding the octopus and the rice and the stock. Alright, right now, see the peppers and the sun-dried tomatoes, nice and cooked down. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna throw in whole habanero peppers. I don't want to cut these up, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook it in to the dish. I don't want to, get those flavors in right away. I want them slowly to infuse into the dish. So I put in whole habanero peppers, add a little kick to it. We've got 1 bouillon cube of chicken. I've got a half a shot glass of some turmeric and some black pepper. Also, one more thing I want to do here is, this may seem kind of weird, but it worked for me for quite a few dishes. I'm going to put a little dash of cinnamon in here. Just a dash. For some reason, I've experienced that the cinnamon brings out the flavors of everything else. So it's not really overbearing or anything like that. But it just adds a little bit of a twist to things, Right now I'm adding in, this is about a pound of octopus chopped up. Add that in there. Turn my heat up a little bit. It smells so good. I wish you could smell this. It smells really, really awesome right now. All those flavors incorporate, all those spices. You see that black peppers integrating into the dish. You got the whole habanero. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add, this is about roughly 3 cups of rice. It's a lot of rice. It's a big pot, so we'll put it in there. We're going to integrate the rice in with everything else. There's still a little oil in this pan. As a matter of fact, I'm adding a little bit more olive oil to it, just so it doesn't burn. So, it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom of the pan. Because while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab, now I put one of those small pots of rice in here. Whenever I cook this rice, I always make it a rule to use double the liquid of the rice that I use. And for some reason, it always works out perfect for me. Cooking rice isn't one of my most favorite things to do, but you see how that nice and browning and everything. You smell the cinnamon, you smell the turmeric. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take double the amount of broth. This is the stock from the octopus with the chicken. We're gonna pour 1 and 2. Turn this fire up a little bit more. Get this to start simmering. Put a lid on it. Let it cook down for about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Right now, this is what we're looking at. We got the habanero floating on top. We got our stock from the octopus that I boiled. We got our veggies, our spices in there, our turmeric, our cinnamon, and our black pepper, along with that chicken bouillon cube. It's gonna be really good. So let it simmer down and put a lid on it for about half an hour or so. I'm about to start on the fish. Right now I got this fish. I had it tossed around in this Cajun spice breading that I got from Tops. And I got the fish from Tops as well. Tops is really, if you guys don't know, Tops is a store here in Western New York, in Buffalo. Tops, you gotta be careful. Some Tops you go to, you find really good shit here, but sometimes some of them have like the crappiest shit. But I went to one, they had some really fresh seafood. And the one thing about seafood you have to remember is when you get really fresh seafood and you smell it, it smells like water. It doesn't smell like anything. Like fresh seafood smells like air. When it smells like fish, that's when it starts, you know, draining down. But right now we're gonna fry these fish fillets up. And the last thing I gotta do is cook the veggies, which is gonna be very simple. I'll show you in a minute. Right now the rice is done. As you can see, all that stock is soaked up. Everything's incorporated into the dish. You got those peppers, you got onions and garlic, and the octopus. They're all pretty good, so now we're gonna fry some fish up. Last but not least is the veggies. I got a bag of steamable green beans from the grocery store. It's in the microwave for 6 minutes. That'll be our steamed vegetables. Nothing fancy, just microwave steamed vegetables. Sometimes you gotta cut corners for time, but if I had more time, I could hit the farmer's market, got some fresh green beans, snapped them in the sink, washed them, cleaned them, and steamed them myself. But this is a little bit more time, you know, efficient. So we got to here for 5 more minutes, and the veggies will be done.